Joining us, the head coach of the Cavaliers, Dane Damron. Football season finally upon us. His Cavaliers kick it off under the lights inside Carl Smith Stadium, 7 o'clock against the Panthers of Ferrum. Coach, we'll start right there. And I don't know how you feel about these Thursday night games. I'm a huge fan of them when they're week one in the season because it's almost like a mini bye after that game. When you play the following Saturday, you get a little bit more time for your team to recoup, maybe work on some nagging injuries, and more time to evaluate your squad before, in this case, you go take on an FCS foe.
Yeah, I think I agree with everything you said there. I also like it. Got a chance to hopefully get some students at our game. We've never been one to have a whole lot of students come to our game on Saturdays because we're a suitcase college. But I think it'll be a good opportunity for us to get some kids there, get some students, hopefully get to the university behind us. And, we'll play Thursday, then we steal a day on Friday. We'll have to give them a day off, and we'll give them that off on Saturday. But it does give us an extra day to prepare and a couple extra days to recoup.
Looking at the Panther squad that comes in, I think it's hard to prepare for any first game of the season, but this is a team, a couple new coordinators and a lot of new faces, new quarterback. They're missing their leading rusher from a year ago, their leading tackler, and their leading receiver. How have you and your staff been going about preparation for this Ferrum squad with so many new faces?
We're worried about us. We've got to make sure that we're solid in everything we do. Unless you know you're playing a triple option team, everybody runs the same offense now. So we're able to simulate a whole lot of what we think we're going to see. And defensively, the coordinator was on the staff last year, so we're just assuming they're going to be very similar to what they were. But like I said, we got to take care of us and make sure we're sound in what we're doing, make sure our protection schemes are good, we're fitting the run, fitting gap integrity, and doing all that.
Well, you're talking about their defense, and I know that there's some talk that you think is probably going to be in some type of an odd front. That's what they've traditionally done. You have an experienced offensive line. Speak on that a little bit and how that helps you attack an odd front.
Well, an odd front can, you're still going to get the same number of rushers. They just can come from different, there's only 3 declared generally, so they can bring that 4th and 5th from different places than a 4-man front is going to. So that's what you run into there. But with Ethan Anderson or Ethan Blank, whichever one of them is playing center for us, they've pretty much seen it all in our league. And so, college football's turned into the center's almost a choir director. They got to get you slid right and make sure the mic declaration's taken care of. I'm pretty confident that those guys will do a good job. And we see it out front every day. That's what we run defensively. So that helps us.
With camp now completed and wrapped up, touch on some guys that you think we'll see in the passing game that have kind of stood out for your team here over summer camp that will get an opportunity maybe they've not had in past years, kind of stuck around the program, and really it's kind of their time to shine.
Well, the first one that fits that bill for me would be Tyler Kirkus. Tyler's a kid that's been here for, I think this is his 3rd year, and he's never been on the field. He's had some nagging injuries, which are frustrating, but he's had a really good camp, and so I'm excited to see what he can do. Miles Ward is another kid that has had some spot reps last year, but I think he can be one of our best. He's a very physical kid, goes up and gets the ball. Marcel Harrison is a kid that's played a lot of football for us and caught some big touchdowns, and Jaleel Jefferson is catching the ball a whole lot better. A new face for us will be Daniel Davis. He has been a pleasant surprise. Didn't know, you never really know what you're going to get. You look at high school film or you look at junior college film, but you never know what you're going to get until you see him on the field, and he's done a really good job. So we're excited about that. A freshman that's doing really well for us is Peyton McClanahan, a kid from Abingdon, a local kid. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get him involved early, because I think he's a kid that throughout the year is going to have to help us, and we're going to count on him, I believe.
On the defensive side of the football, to me, if you're looking at it on paper from the start of the season, the strength has to be in the secondary with a couple of guys preseason all-conference picks, Markel Daly and Robert Carter, and really touch on Robert Carter and just how he has sprung onto the scene here in college football and the work he's put in to get to where he is today.
Oh, great kid. was telling last night on the radio show, when that kid showed up, I knew we had a walk-on by the name of Robert Carter coming, but didn't know a whole lot about him. I guess it was a few weeks into the season last year, he was a starter. And incredible ball skills. He's kind of slight, but he's physical. He's not scared to step up in the run game. He gets tested every day. Him and Dorian Goddard have unbelievable matchups every single day. So I think that he has a chance to be one of the better corners in this league. And we talked to Nazem about Markel. Markel does a good job. He's been a little bothered by a quad injury all camp long, and so he hadn't had as many reps as we would like. But I don't know that he needs those reps. He knows the defense. Jalen Jones is a transfer kid from Level State that has really stepped up and will start opposite Robert. And so I like our depth in the secondary. I've told Coach White all year long that I don't think we have very good depth for practice, which in camp kind of got us a little bit because we didn't have a whole lot of numbers. But now that we're getting the games, I think we're too deep across the board. So practice is a little bit different during game week. And so I think our depth there is going to be pretty good.
Last question is key question in football every week. Everybody has nagging injuries, but do you have any debilitating injuries that you think are going to linger on here? How healthy is your team going into season opener?
I think we're healthy. The one that has bothered me the most is DeCorey and Jones Montgomery. I would have liked to have seen him get a little bit more reps, and I don't think it's anything that's going to keep him out for a long time, but he hurt his bicep tendon just a little bit. So freshman linebacker that we were counting on. And so hopefully he'll be back maybe next week, or at least, for sure to start a conference play. So I think we got a chance to have a pretty good little team, Daryl. Are we going to be conference champions? I hope we're in the mix for it. If I knew the answer to that question, we would just show up the last week of the season. But we got to play them. I think we can beat any team on our schedule, but I think any team can beat us too. So we're excited. I know our kids are excited. We're ready to rock and roll, man.
Kickoff 7:00 from Carl Smith Stadium Thursday night under the lights. You can listen to the game live on 93.5 WAXM, WAXM.com, or you can watch the game on the Flow Sports Network on UVAWiseCavs.com. Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck, and we'll catch up after the game.